Welcome, welcome, welcome to Minecraft for Education Summer Series Session 1. I'm so excited about this. I go to Minecraft sessions and I don't quite know what they're talking about. So there is nobody better than Lindy to walk us through Minecraft for Education. I am Dr. Desiree Alexander. You can find me at all of these different places, but if you go to my website, educatoralexander.com, you can find all the information that you may ever want to know. Follow me on social media and all of that good stuff. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tell you all of the things that are coming up for the EA webinar series. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, no, you don't get a certificate of attendance, but you do get the knowledge. And right underneath the video, you will see the resource for today. So this is the first June 6th in the Minecraft series, where we're going to come back to you on Tuesday, June 13th and Tuesday, June 20th. So definitely make sure that you continue to come back to us. Now, I'm going to go through these rather quickly. You can find them all on edalex.net/events. But this weekend, this Saturday, we're going to be talking about affinity groups. So if you don't know what that is, or you're like, wait, what? I've kind of heard about that. Come and learn what are affinity groups. What are those spaces that you can create for your kiddos? This one, we're going to be talking about just affinity groups in general, but also creating a space for self-advocacy for Muslim and Arab female students. So definitely come and check it out. Then we have School Leadership 101 next weekend. We have ISTE coming up very soon. So you can find me at all of these different places at ISTE. Then we have Shift the Mood of Your Classroom by Becoming Trauma Informed, July 1st. Then moving us along in July, we have Digital Footprint. What is it? What it isn't, and how to use it. We have this has already started, but you can apply up to August 15th if you're in the state of Louisiana and you want to become an educational leadership. If you want to become educational leadership certified, like a principal, an assistant principal, district level leader, all those kind of things, this is the program that you can find out more information about that. And then we have NFTSs, September 9th. I'm trying to talk too fast. The Smart Way to Write IEP Goals and Objectives, September 16th. Creating Equity Through the Arts, September 23rd. Showcasing Your Wins, celebrating your success with your community. So instead of letting other people write what your school is about, you telling people what your school is about. We have Strengthening Your Math Engagement with Desmos, October 14th. Learning in the Metaverse, November 4th. Voice, Value, and Validation, a Paradigm Shift, December 2nd. And we have one more coming to you on in December, but I won't talk about that until it's stamped. So there you go. You can see that we have so many different webinars, and you can get to all of them at edalex.net/events. We always have our self-paced courses. You can always, get test prep, and all of that good stuff is always just sitting there waiting for you. But remember to let us know what you want to learn. It says 2023, but now we're kind of moseying on to 2024. But you never know, maybe a hot topic that we need to just fit in. So let us know what you want to learn or what you want to teach. Woo! I know that was a lot, but I'm ready to get to Minecraft. So that's what we're about to do. Minecraft Summer Series. The chat is your best friend. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you need. And let's get started.
All right. Thanks, Desiree. Awesome introduction. So welcome everyone to our Minecraft Education webinar summer series. My name is Lindy. I'm joining you from Bozeman, Montana. So I live in kind of the southwest of the state, like right here. I actually saw in the chat that someone's from, I think it was Monroe, Louisiana. And I know someone that lives there that's from Montana, like the teeny little town I grew up in Southeast Montana. But anyway, just super random. So whenever I see Monroe, Louisiana, I'm like, hey, I know somebody that lives there and they're from Montana. So there you go. Beautiful day in Montana today. I actually sat outside and worked the majority of the day. It was like 70 degrees on the dot, like perfect June summer day. So a little bit about me very briefly. I have spent my career in education. I have worked in all sorts of different roles in education. Since about 2014, I have been a consultant, an ed tech consultant. So I do lots of different things. I do a lot of teacher training. Minecraft is my favorite thing to train, and like for real, my favorite thing to train on. So I am a Minecraft certified educator. I also do Microsoft training. I do Google training, lots of different stuff. Desiree gave my Twitter social media information, but you can follow me on any of the social media, whatever your favorite social media platform is. If you go to @Lindy Hockenbary or search @Lindy Hockenbary in some form, you will find me. The great thing about being Lindy Hockenbary is that you are like the only Lindy Hockenbary, especially spelled this way, B-A-R-Y at the end. So I get to be @Lindy Hockenbary in all the social media platforms. I've also given you my email on here. In the resources, you have the link to the slide deck, by the way, as well. So there's tons of videos and screenshots and all sorts of good stuff. I'm giving you my email because if you have any questions about our next 2 sessions, which are going to build on each other, I'll talk more about that in a second, feel free to email me. And that is enough about me. I am curious how everybody is doing tonight, this evening. Well, this evening, or if you're in Australia, it's like super early morning-ish. So tell me on the scale of Steve, how you're doing today. And if you don't know Steve, Steve is like the known character of Minecraft. Like a lot of times they just call the Minecraft block guy Steve, and sometimes he even looks different, I think, from what I've kind of seen. I was trying to see, I was looking at my world clock to see what time it is in Australia. 9:10 a.m. because they're plus, yes, 9:10 a.m. in Australia. So I was right. So early morning in Australia. Oh, there you go. You just put it in the chat. 9:10 a.m., not too bad. Oh, we've got a 4, nice and happy. A 7 after summer school day. Boy, no, so another 4, another 7. Oh, we've got a 6. 4, lots of 4s, just happy. I like that. A few 6s. Awesome. We got a 9. Oh boy, Bob, you're already like wide-eyed. We haven't even started talking about Minecraft yet. All right. So before we get started today, just a couple quick housekeeping things to make sure that this session is successful. This is going to be super hands-on. I'm going to go through a few kind of intro logistic things, and then we're going to be in Minecraft for the whole hour, the rest of the hour that's left. So I want to make sure that you are set up in the next few minutes while I'm going through the intro and logistics. If you don't have the setup, you're going to want to get that ready. So first thing, you need to have Minecraft Education downloaded. Minecraft Education is different than regular Minecraft. You will be able to participate today. If you have regular Minecraft and you don't have Minecraft Education, you'll be fine for today, but tomorrow, or sorry, not tomorrow, next Tuesday and the following Tuesday, you will definitely want to have Minecraft Education because we're going to use features that are specific to it, not regular Minecraft. So if you need Minecraft Education downloaded, you'll want to go to education.minecraft.net, or if you go to aka.ms/download, it'll take you right to the download page. If you go to education.minecraft.net, it takes you here. Well, actually, it takes you here. And then you have to click this download button up here at the top. And it will automatically detect what type of device you're on and give you the right download. I'm on a Mac, so it's telling me to download the Mac version. All right, so that is housekeeping item number 1. Number 2, if you are on a laptop that has a trackpad and you've never played Minecraft before, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you have an external mouse, right? So it doesn't have to be fancy, some type of external mouse. It makes it way easier to play, interact in Minecraft, and especially learn Minecraft if you've never done it before. Okay, and then finally, housekeeping item number 3. I need you to fill out the super duper quick form. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It literally, this is the form here. It's just asking you for your first name and just the initial of your last name. You don't need to give me your full last name. All I'm going to do with this is use it to assign everybody a number that will then become their demo account if you don't have a Minecraft Education account. So I'll do that here in a bit. So just plug in here, put your first name. So I would put Lindy, and then just put your last initial, just in case we have multiples of first names. Hit submit, and I'll put that back up here. So you can go to the link in the chat, or you can go to the short link, or you can scan the QR code. I got 3 options for you. and just fill that out really quick. Let me just check and see if we've got, oh yeah, we've got some answers coming in here. Awesome. I'll pause for just a second and let everybody get that link open.
Lindy, while they're filling that out, if they are watching on the recording, they should just go ahead and download their own Minecraft for Education, right? Because you're not going to be able to make them an account.
Yes, exactly. So if you're watching the recording, yes, you'll need to have your own Minecraft Education account. Good point. You can still go download Minecraft Education. That download to Minecraft Education, anybody can do. So this is just a public website. This is the Minecraft Education Edition site. Anyone can click download and download Minecraft Education, but the licensing, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a sec, very briefly. You do have to have a license. It is attached to Microsoft 365 Education. So that's the part that you'll want to check with your school and see if you have a license, if you're watching the recording. All right, moving on. Okay, so quickly, agenda. So today is session 1 of 3. These sessions are going to build on themselves. So for today and the next 2 Tuesdays, same time, we'll kind of be building on ourselves. Today, we are purely going to focus on learning how to interact and play in a Minecraft world. I'm going to be putting you in the student shoes today. So you're going to kind of experience from the student perspective, a kind of very mini Minecraft lesson. All right. Then next Tuesday is our second session, teaching and assessing with Minecraft. Then I'm going to say, all right, we're going to put that teacher hat back on. And now you're going to learn, how do I assess student learning in Minecraft? How do I create Minecraft lessons? And then finally, in session 3, we're going to go into collaborative worlds and learn how you can use collaborative worlds for both for collaborative builds as well as a management technique. So that is our plan. So for today, super low key, we're just going to learn how to play and interact. So I'm curious, where's everybody at in terms of your readiness to use Minecraft Education in your classroom or whatever educational setting brings you here today on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being I am not ready at all to use Minecraft Education as a learning tool. 10 being I am super ready. I could do it tomorrow if I wanted to. Okay, let's see. Oh, Vimby's a 10. I don't know if you're going to get a whole lot out of this if you're a 10 already. Javier's a 5, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 1, a 0, a 0. Stephanie, a 0. Can't be a 0. A 3, a 6, a 5. 5. A -1. Javier had to up Stephanie and go -1 there. I like that. Oh, I see, Thimby. You want to use it tomorrow, but you need to learn more, though. Okay, awesome. Desiree says I'd be a 0 too if you said, but you said to start at 1. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So almost everyone is in the 0, 1, 2 range. We had a couple 5, 6. 5 6s in there. So I want you to keep that number in mind. And at the end of every session, I'm going to ask you that again. And we're going to hope that your number goes up. And I hope by the end of session 3, everybody is at a 10. So that'll kind of be our learning check-in point. So real quick, I like to just kind of frame this idea of like, what is Minecraft? So you can start thinking about it as a learning tool and not just a game, quote unquote. So real quick, just think in your head, you don't have to put it in the chat. What have you built with Legos before? I mean, I asked this to people and I've never had anybody say I've never built anything with Legos. I was visiting friends in Seattle and I was playing with Legos with their kids and we built the Space Needle, right? I've built bridges and houses and what did I build? I built something with my niece when she was little. I don't remember. I think it was like I don't remember what it was, but think about that. All the things that you've built with Legos over the ages. And then look at this picture. If you've never been in Minecraft before, you've most likely seen kids, if you have kids, nieces, nephews, students playing Minecraft. So you've seen a Minecraft world, but this kind of gives you a picture of a house that was built in a Minecraft world. If you look at it now, you can see that it's very Lego-esque, right? Because Minecraft is a world of blocks. So we've got kind of this blockiness like you would see if you were building with physical Legos. So I like to use the analogy of Minecraft being kind of like digital Legos, but they're almost like digital Legos on steroids because you can do even more things. Like you can build with redstone, which allows you to do electrical things, right? So you kind of get more into what now is like the Lego. I'm not super familiar with all the, I know Lego has all sorts of amazing Lego education things, and they have, Lego Mindstorms and robotics and all of that. So maybe if you get into that, that would kind of be like the Minecraft digital Legos on steroids I'm trying to describe, because you can do electricity and create circuits in Minecraft and all of that kind of fun things. So keep that analogy in your mind as we're learning today and over the next couple of sessions. I always want to make sure to say too that there's no rules in Minecraft. That's what makes it such an amazing game to integrate as a game-based learning tool, because the only rules are the rules that you create. So Minecraft is literally has no given set of rules. It has no end game. So the only limit is your imagination. So just keep that in mind. So sometimes teachers will ask me, well, can I do this? I'm like, yeah, most likely anything that you're like, I want my students to build this in Minecraft, they're going to be able to do. So if you think of it that way. So now I am curious and have you add to the chat. Think of this idea of digital Legos. How could you incorporate digital Legos as a tool to meet a learning objective? So just see if you could think like, what could I do with this idea of digital Legos? Or maybe just don't even go to the digital Legos, just think of Legos. How could you use Legos in your classroom, in your curriculum as a learning tool? I was talking to ag teacher recently, and he was telling me he uses Legos when he has substitute teachers because he doesn't want the kids to be in the shop for safety reasons. So instead, his classes move into their classroom and they do alternative things with Legos. So like his construction class might build a foundation with Legos. That's a certain size that they've calculated. And then he was, I'm not an ag teacher at all, but just to give an example. So let's see. Oh, interior of the earth unit. I love that. So they could build like, what is the different layers of the earth? Oh, Jamie, I love this. Minecraft has so much math. Area, perimeter, volume, fractions, ratios, right? Because if you think about it, it's a world of blocks. And how do we teach math a lot of the times? Through manipulative blocks. Right? So it's almost like digital manipulative blocks, but they're unlimited and any color or any type that you could ever imagine, and you don't have to clean them up in your classroom, right? I learned that some ELA teachers use it to build the world of the literature they are reading. I love Minecraft for literature, for writing, for reading, for creative writing, especially. Love that. Building students' names. I allow my students to use them as an option for one of their projects when we didn't start the fire research project. I like that. Very good. Okay, lots of great ideas. So that is just my way of kind of starting to frame our conversation. To give you a couple ideas here, this is an example of a Minecraft world that is a replication of a human eye. So this could be something that students could build to show what they learned in a biology class, or you can use it to teach about the human eye. It's fully functional. They can fly inside and they can see the optical nerve. You can do lots of STEAM integrations, engineering, clean energy, like this windmill example. And there's tons of biome worlds about any biome that you can imagine. This is an example of an underwater biome. So science teachers love these. You can stick your kids in any sort of biome and have some type of build that they do or project that they complete in that biome that replicates something they're learning about in class. All right, one last thing I want to note. There are two, well, there's really kind of three, but we're going to just stick with two types of Minecraft worlds, creative and survival. Creative is more building. Survival is what your kids probably play a lot. If you've watched your kids play, where they're trying to keep their hearts up and they're making sure that they have food and they have to have water and they have to chop down trees to get wood. That's survival mode. We in this series are going to completely focus on creative mode. I would say 95% of what I do and what I see teachers do with Minecraft as a learning tool is creative mode. So we're not even going to touch survival mode, all right? And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go, but just FYI. And then real quick, I just wanted to make sure, again, Minecraft Education is different than regular Minecraft. Just so you know, they changed the name a few months ago. It used to be called Minecraft Education Edition. It's now called Minecraft Education. Same thing, just different name, and you can see the different logos here. I'm still trying to get everything switched over, so I'm sure that you'll see references to Minecraft Education Edition, and you'll see the old logo. Same thing, just different branding. Like I said, it is tied to Microsoft 365 Education. So your school has to have Microsoft 365 Education in order to use Minecraft Education, because that's how you sign in. It's built specifically for education, so it's secure, it's private, it only has school appropriate skins, it has additional tools and features that you're going to learn about that help teachers assess learning. And then I saw the question in the chat about the iPhone, the iPad. I was getting to it there. I had a few slides ahead here. Let me actually skip. Well, hold on. Let's skip forward a couple. I'm going to come back to that. So Minecraft is available on all the major OSs, all the major operating systems. So Windows, Mac, iOS, both iPad and iPhone. So yes, if you have an iPhone, you're using an iPhone, perfectly fine. If your students have iPhones or iPads, you can use Minecraft Education. It is Android OS as well. And it is available on Chromebooks, but you have to have an Android enabled Chromebook, just FYI. Okay. So not all Chromebooks, but almost all new Chromebooks are Android enabled. It's only those older Chromebooks that you get into that aren't Android enabled. So just FYI on that. So perfectly fine to use an iPhone. If you're using one today, I will kind of cue both touch and keyboard functions. It's fine. It's just some people aren't as comfortable on a touchscreen. Adults, I shouldn't say some people, adults, kids do not care about the touchscreen at all, and they are so fast. My niece plays Minecraft on her iPhone, and she is so incredibly fast at it. She just, and I can't keep up with her. But most adults are just typically more comfortable with keyboard and mouse, but it's personal preference. Okay, so wait, I'm going to back up a few slides here. Just FYI on the licensing, if you have questions, if you're like, I don't know if my school has Minecraft Education, I know that they don't, but I want to know how to get it. It's tied to Minecraft Education licenses are tied to your school's Microsoft licensing, which is incredibly complex. And I don't even try to explain it because it's so complex. It's like A1, A3, A5. If your school has A3 or A5, that, from my understanding, includes Minecraft Education. I come across a lot of schools that don't even know that they have it. Like, they're like, oh, well, we have A3 licensing. I'm like, well, you probably have Minecraft Education again then. The best thing to do, talk to your tech director, your school, and contact your school's Microsoft representative, because it's super complex and I can't even begin to start explaining. And then we've also got international people on here. I think that adds another crazy complex layer to that as well. All right, and I do have a link in the slides, on this slide, to the information about licensing if that's something you need to know. So on the note of licensing, if you have a Minecraft Education license, go ahead and use it today. You're going to be fine. I'm probably going to have you, if you come to session 3, maybe use a different one, but for the collaborative builds, but for today, just use your license. Perfectly fine. If you do not have a Minecraft Education license, this is how I'm going to give you your demo accounts that you're going to use through this series. This is the account. It's ECTrain, a number 2 through 40 at usmie.org, and the password is love, the number 2, learn, ! All right. Your number I'm going to give you based upon the Google form that you completed. Okay, so you're going to enter ECTrain, whatever number I give you here in a second, at usmie.org. Okay, and then the password. And I'll put this back up on the screen in a second. So I'm going to open up this spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet of the form that you completed. And I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to copy the link, put it in the chat, and I'm also going to leave it on the screen here. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at the number of the row that your name is in. And that is going to become your number. All right. So Gloria, your account is going to be EC Train 02. So FYI, the 0 through the 9s, you have to, or sorry, 2 through 9, you have to add a 0. Javier, you'll be EC Train 04. Bob, you'll be EC Train 11 at usmie.org. That's going to become your account. Again, if you have a Minecraft Education account, just ignore this. You don't even need to deal with this. If you're watching the recording, you're going to have your own Minecraft Education account. I will pause while everybody finds their numbers and just check that there's not any other questions. I answered the iPhone question. I don't see anything else. What if you're not on the sheet? Then you didn't complete the form. But what I'll do is I will just give you number 15. So Wendy H, you will be number 15. All right. Okay, I'm not seeing any more questions, so we're going to move on from that. Take a picture, write this down if you need to. We're going to sign in here in just a second. All right, I think that is the last of my logistical stuff and about time for me to quit talking and let's start building. So here's what you're going to do. We've got 30 minutes left in this session. You are going to build a simple house or a complex house, but the baseline is a simple house. The end all goal, and I will put this up at the end as well when I give you time to build on your own once we go through all the instructions, but just to give you a starting point, an idea of where we're going here. You want to have 4 walls of your house. You get a point for each wall. A roof is 1 point, at least 2 different building materials. You get a point for that if you use at least 2 different building materials, and a point if you add a door to your house. Okay, so again, you don't have to remember those things. I'll put it back up at the end, but that'll just give you an idea of what our overall goal is in this kind of mini Minecraft lesson. When you get into Minecraft, I'll show you how to sign in and all of that in a second. Once you get into a world, you're going to have the controls on the screen over on the left, like what shows up here. So if you're like, wait, I can't remember what she said. How do I jump? And what button is this? You can always have this up. If you don't want it, hit H on your keyboard and it hides it. All right. So that's option number 1 if you need kind of a control guide. Option number 2 is on this slide. What slide number am I on? I thought I put the slide numbers on here, but apparently not. On this slide, if you want to print this or just put it up on another screen or whatever, there is a controls diagram. Some people like having that in front of them. That shows you all the different buttons and functions. I'm going to go through all of them, but some people just like to have the additional support. If you are using a touchscreen device, so my iPhone people, if you're on an iPad or an Android tablet, the touchscreen is going to be different, right, than using the keyboard and mouse. I will try to cue both as we're going, but there is a guide here on this slide that kind of shows you the different buttons and functions on a touchscreen device. Okay, so here's all of the things that we're going to learn as we kind of go through our build a house. So by the time we get done, you're going to know how to change your skins, move, jump, fly, mine, access your inventory, and place blocks. All right, the time has come. So you're going to open up Minecraft Education on your device. You're going to sign in with whatever Minecraft Education account you have, whether it's your own or one of the demo accounts that I gave you. Once you sign in, you'll see this screen right here. And before we go into play, we have to do one super important thing, and that is we have to change our skin. And if you're not familiar with gaming lingo, your skin is like what your avatar looks like, okay? So if you look over here, this is a very boring, just kind of plain standard Minecraft character skin. The reason I stop and show you how to do this is because your students will do it no matter what, right? So I just let them have time to do it. I just allow them a minute to change their skin. Also, you'll find that there are definitely some curricular integrations with the skin. So for example, there's an astronaut skin. So if you're putting them in the space station world, you might want everybody to have an astronaut skin, right? Or if you're doing a career lesson, there's a whole career pack of different career skins. So to change your skin, once you've signed in, don't click play yet. You're gonna click this clothes hanger icon down below your little Minecraft character. So you click that little clothes hanger icon, that takes you to this screen. This is where you get to go through all the skins, choose whichever one you want. And when you're done, you'll click confirm, and that will take you back to this main screen. So I'll give you just 10 seconds here. If you want to go in, change your skin real quick, you can take a look at all the different options. You can also create custom skins, like you can code custom skins. I have never done that. That is above what I do in Minecraft, but there are kids that love to do it. Minecraft is used for esports a lot, and the esports teams will create their own uniforms for their Minecraft players. So like uniform skins. Again, I've never done it. I don't know how hard it is. I've never even tried. I probably should. But just FYI, you can do that. So you can create a Minecraft skin with your school colors or whatever. How do you sign in? So when you're going to open Minecraft, and as soon as you open Minecraft Education, you're going to get the sign-in screen. And then you're just going to enter your account. And that once you enter your account, your password, you'll get right to this play page. I didn't take a screenshot of the sign-in page, but it's pretty, just ask for email password and put in your Minecraft Education credentials, and then you'll get this screen. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's click play. And by the way, if I lose you at any point, or if you miss something that I explained, I'm going to go through the basics of everything. And then hopefully, we're running a little short on time, but hopefully I'll have time to give you a few minutes to build, and we can ask questions in that time as well. Also, feel free to put questions in the chat and I can back up, repeat things, etc. It looks like I have some kind of demo account, so I didn't need your sign in. Then that's fine. So if you have an account, just use that account or the demo or the account that I gave you. It does not matter. Just get signed in with some sort of account at this point. All right, so you're going to click play. Once you click play, you're going to get this view right here. There's lots of different options to get into Minecraft worlds. We are going to go into the library. So you're going to click view library. And then once you go to view library, there's a search bar up in the top right corner. We're going to do the build a house challenge. So I just want you to search for build a house, or honestly, you could probably just put house in the search and then hit OK or hit search, and it'll bring up a bunch of different worlds. And I want you to find the build a simple house world. It looks just like this right here. You're going to click on the build a simple house world. It takes you, and I'll back up, I'll go forward then back. It takes you here, and then you'll just hit create a world. And that's going to put you right into our build a house Minecraft world. So backing up to show that one more time, you're going to click, because this is like the hardest part, seriously, just getting in the world. You're going to click view library. You're going to search for build a house or house in the top right corner. And in the search results, you're going to look for the world called build a simple house. Okay. Click on build a simple house and then hit create world. Once you create the world, you're going to see a view similar to this. So this little guy that's in front of you, he says, welcome, right click me, is an NPC. An NPC in gaming world is a non-player character. So what NPCs do is they give you instructions or information about what you're supposed to do. Okay, so what you need to do at this point is walk up to the NPC and talk to the NPC. So how do we do that? I'm going to have you take, if you're using a keyboard, by the way. So keyboard people, make a 3 with your left hand, and you're going to place those 3 fingers on the the ASD keys on your keyboard. Okay, so your index finger is on D, your middle finger is on S, and your ring finger is on A. WASD is standard gaming controls. This is what moves you around a game. So if you move your middle finger up from S to W, W moves you forward. Okay, so W moves you forward, S moves you back, A moves you to the left, and D moves you to the right. The best way to move in a Minecraft world is look for your crosshair in the middle of your screen. So you can kind of see mine right here. Point that crosshair wherever you want to go. In this case, we want to go to the NPC. So we point that crosshair at the NPC and hit the W key, and you're going to walk forward up to that NPC, and then you should see something that looks like this. Okay. For my touchscreen people, you'll see in the bottom left corner, you have arrows. That's how you move around your world. Once you get to that NPC, you're going to right-click the NPC to talk to it. Okay, so right-click, and it shows you down in the bottom right corner, by the way, now. This is fairly new in Minecraft Education, what you need to do based upon where you're at in the world. So it actually says down in the bottom right-click to talk. All right, so you're going to right-click on that NPC, and the NPC is going to tell you what's going on. Welcome, you're at the House Build Challenge Hub. Choose your destination from the kiosks behind me. All right, so I'm supposed to go to the kiosk behind the NPC, and that's my next step. So once you've read your NPC's instruction, you can hit let's go, or you can hit X, either way. That will get rid of the prompt from the NPC. And then you're going to hit that W key again, and you're going to go forward. All right, and you're going to see these 3 columns. I want you to go to the first shortest column. So you're going to walk forward, and you're going to look for, let me actually back up one step. You're going to look for the short column here and go stand in front of the short column. All right. Stephanie says, I just see EC profile. I'm not sure what you mean. So are you in the Minecraft world? And feel free, never mind, strike that. Give me just a little more information there. I'll try to help you troubleshoot. If you can too, you can send, I think you can attach screenshots. All right. So you're going to walk up to that short column, and it says on the column, single player, build a house in your own individual world. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into our own little worlds, and we're going to build a house. So what you do to go to that world is click this little square. It's kind of like a button, and it's going to transport us to our own little kind of build plate where we're going to build our house. So the same as you did with the NPC, you right-clicked to talk to the NPC. You're going to right-click to click that button. All right, so you'll point your cursor at that button, and you'll right-click, and that's going to send you to a world that looks like this. Okay, and then I'll give next instruction. No, I put the email with password and profile came up. So if you're using, I should have mentioned this, apologies. If you're using one of my demo accounts, my character, and actually let me just hop over to Minecraft and show you right here. It says Lindy H because I'm in my account. Yours is just going to say, like, I think it says ECT or something, because you're in a demo account that doesn't have a name. If you had your own Minecraft accounts, you would see your name, and your students are going to see their names. Okay. A newer version of the game has saved this level. It cannot be loaded. It could be, Gloria, that you don't have the most up-to-date version of Minecraft Education, maybe it sounds like. And that's why it's saying a newer version of the game. So you might need to figure out if you're on a personal computer, go to that education.minecraft.net and download the updated version, is my guess from what you're saying there. But yes, it sounds like, so Stephanie, you're on the right track. Just hit play and you're going to get into the worlds. That's what you want to see. All right. So those of you that are following me, you're going to click this button. It's right click the button, I should say specifically. It's going to take you here. What you're going to do here is you're going to walk forward. So you're going to point that cursor towards the NPC. And by the way, you like Patrick Swayze and Ghost, you can just walk through NPCs. I know, it's pretty cool. So you can just point your cursor at that NPC, hit the W key, and it's just going to walk you forward. And you're going to get up to the build plate. And now is where we get to the fun. So that was just to get you learning, like, here's how I kind of navigate, walk around in a Minecraft world, right? Now we're going to start the fun stuff. We're going to start building. Okay. I'll pause for 1 second, just see if there's any questions. Anybody need me to back up and help you get caught up here? Okay, so let's build a house. If you look down, and let me flip one slide forward here. So this is an example of what your screen is going to look like eventually. You're going to have this hot bar down at the bottom that's going to have all the blocks that you're interacting with. And then you're going to have a block in your hand. Okay. Right now, your screen's going to look like this. You're going to have nothing in that hot bar. These are all empty. And this is your hand, but your hand doesn't have a block in it because you haven't gotten any blocks yet. So what we have to do at this point is get you some blocks. To get blocks, you use the inventory. To get to the inventory is simply hitting the E key on your keyboard. So E, I know it's weird. It's not I. It's just because of the way you're with the WASD keys. You want like quick shortcuts, right? So, and you can't do I because it would be using your right hand, which is your mouse hand. So everybody always asks me that. I'm like, gamer, it's gamer stuff. So if you hit the E on your keyboard, you're gonna get a view that looks like this. This is your inventory, okay? Oh, I like that, Robert. I never thought about that. E for equipment. E's equipment, that's where you're gonna go get all your equipment, all of your blocks. So we are in creative mode, which means that you have unlimited blocks in your inventory. You can get any block that's available in Minecraft Education, and you can use as many blocks as you want, okay? There's no limits like in survival mode worlds. A good analogy to understand the inventory versus the hot bar, which is this down here, okay? So this is your inventory where all the blocks are. These 9 keys down here, 9 slots, is your hotbar. The inventory is like your backpack. So imagine you got your little Minecraft character, you're running around your Minecraft world, all of your blocks are in your backpack, but every time you use a block, you don't want to have to take your backpack off, get the block out of your backpack, and then use it. So you take items out of your inventory or your backpack, and you put them in your pockets because they're easily accessible in your pockets, right? So the blocks that you want to use, you're going to take from your inventory and put them in these 9 hotbar slots down at the bottom, like your pockets. Okay. So you can search for whatever you want. We're building a house. You could search for wood. You could search for bricks. You can also search by color. So maybe you don't want your house built out of a specific type of block. You want a specific color house. So maybe you want a white house. You could search for white blocks. Maybe you want a blue house. Search for blue blocks. The possibilities are endless. This is where you can start to get really creative and think outside of the box by searching by color right? So for example, I always have, one thing we do is we build like a superhero character in Minecraft. I always tell people, I'm like, if you wanted to build Superman, you would search for red blocks, right? Because he has a red cape. So this is where you can start to get creative in your searches, finding different blocks. Once you find a block that you want, so say we wanted to plant grass in our yard, once we're done building our house, we'd search for grass, we'd grab the grass block and left click it is grabbing it. And then we left click to put it in any of our hotkeys or hot bar keys, I should say. Okay, you can put them in any of the 9 that are open. And even if there's something in one of the hotbar keys, if you just left click a block in there, it replaces the block for you. So what you're going to do at this point is do some searching and find the blocks that you want to use for your house. This doesn't have to be comprehensive at this point. You can always hit E, go back into your inventory and change the blocks that are in your hotbar. Okay, but you might want to grab just a couple things, like maybe some bricks. You might want to grab a door, right? We wanted a door on your house. So you might search for door, grab a door, put it down in your hotkeys. Once you've got those blocks in your hotkeys, at least one, preferably 2 or 3 types of blocks, you're just going to close out of your inventory. Okay, by hitting that X in the top right corner, that'll take you back to your world. Let me pause there. Anything you need me to repeat? E accesses your inventory. Search your inventory for whatever block or type of block that you want, and then grab any blocks that you want to use in your world and place them in the hotbar. You can have up to 9 types of blocks because there's 9 slots in your hotbar. How to select which item in the hotbar is active. I'm going to cover that in just a second. Awesome question, Bob. So hold that thought for just a sec. So now you've closed out of your inventory. Okay. You're back to your world where you have your build plate where you're going to build your house. Now you're going to start building. So to answer Bob's question, if you have more than 1 block in your hotbar, there's 3 different ways that you can select the blocks depending upon what kind of device you have. If you're on a touch screen, you can simply just tap whichever one you want. If you are not on a touch screen, they now have the hotkey slots, or I always call them hotkeys, hot bar slots, numbered 1 through 9. So what that means is if you tap any number 1 through 9 on your keyboard, it'll select that hotbar slot. So if I wanted to use my door, I would hit 7 and it would select slot 7, and the block in my hand would be replaced to a door instead of right now it's a concrete block in my hand. Also, if you have a mouse that has a scroll wheel like this guy, you can use that scroll wheel to move between your hotbar keys. So 3 different ways to kind of select. So what you'll do at this point is you'll get the block that you want in your hand. I've got concrete blocks here. And then right click, just like we right clicked to talk to the NPC, right click will allow you to place blocks into your world. So you're going to use that crosshair. You're going to point the crosshair where you want to place the block, and you're going to right click. And that's going to start laying blocks down wherever it is that you want to place them. So in this example, I started creating kind of a perimeter to create the size of my house. You might start maybe by creating the whole foundation of your house, or maybe you want to start by creating 1 wall. Totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, or maybe, I don't know. I'm a very linear thinker. So to me, I'm like, I'm going to create the perimeter, but other people might be like, no, I'm not going to create the perimeter. I'm very like orange personality, and I'm going to do this, whatever floats your boat. Okay, let me check the chat here. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear. Wendy says, I just learned more in 5 minutes of your lesson than I knew in the last 5 years of my Minecraft knowledge. Good, good, good. Well, just so you know, like at this point, we're close to knowing all of the basics. We might not get through all all of it today. Whatever we don't get through today, I will just pick up at the beginning of session 2. Just FYI. I knew we were going to be short on time. It always takes, I'm always like, yes, I can do this. They say that you're supposed to be able to do like the whole Minecraft, everything in 3 hours. And I don't know, maybe I talk too much. I've never been able to get that fully done. How do you remove the blocks? Great question. So that did I have in here somewhere? Oh, and by the way, if you're on a touch screen, you single tap anywhere that you want to place the block. You just tap the screen and that places the block in your world. 2, delete blocks. So I haven't said this yet, and it's important. There's no undo in Minecraft. So just let that sink in for a bit. Some of you are like, what? Like, we live in a world of undo, right? Every tech tool has an undo button, and you can just hit undo if you do something wrong. But the thing about Minecraft is it's that no rules, right? Unlimited. The only limit is your imagination. So the only way to undo things is to destroy things and start again. All right. So if you place a block where you don't want to block, you're going to point your crosshair at the block that you want to get rid of, or you want to delete, destroy, and you left click. Okay. The #1 challenge with people learning Minecraft seems to be getting the left and right click figured out. That was my struggle when I first started learning Minecraft. I would constantly left click and destroy things versus right click to place a block. Like, I was wanting to place a block, but I would destroy something instead. So that it just takes a little bit of practice. Once you do a little bit of building, you'll be able to quickly pick it up and know it'll just become second nature, the left click, right click. So left click is mine or destroy. I like to think of it as destroy, but mine is basically like, you know, you're breaking something up. Right click is placing something into the world or interacting with something into the world, like an NPC or a button. All right. You're stuck in the download. Darn, I know. That's why I put it all on there so that to make sure you got it done before. But yes, you can always go back to the recording. The recording will be posted. Okay. Oh, good. Gloria, you're in the Simple House Challenge. Perfect. You can get caught up with us here. All right. Let me just cover a couple more things and then we'll wrap up. And like I said, I'll pick back up at the beginning of session 2. We'll finish building our house before we move on. I kind of thought this was going to happen, so I gave us some leeway with the content in the 3 different sessions, just so we had a little bit of ability to kind of have flow over. So let's see, anything else? Oh, if you're on a touchscreen device, if you do a long press on the screen, that is mine or destroy. So you just press and hold whatever block you want to destroy. All right, let's stop there. So let me wrap up real quick and then I'll check the chat and see if there's any final questions. And again, the next session, we'll learn how to fly and jump, and I'll give you some time. I'll give you 5-10 minutes to kind of work on building your house. So let me hop over here. I'm just going to go forward a few slides to my wrap up. So just give me 1 sec. Oh, and by the way, this is important. This always trips people up. The escape key is kind of like pause. So if you've noticed, because your cursor is like your eyes in Minecraft, if you're using a keyboard, it's hard to like figure out how to get out of it. So just hit the escape key. That's like a pause. And then from there, you want to hit save and exit. I would highly recommend at this point, hit escape, hit save and exit. That will save your world. And then we'll pick right back up in that world next Tuesday. Okay. Let me skip forward here. Just a couple kind of housekeeping things. By the way, if I watched you, or I know some people were still downloading and uploading, you can always watch the recording, or in the slides, I gave you video instructions. So there's videos that walk through exactly everything that I went through, plus stuff that we didn't have time to go through. So these are all in the slides for you. How to build your house, how to log in, how to navigate, et cetera, et cetera. So those are all there. Sorry, just skipping forward here. This was more slides than I thought, or else I would have just exited my slides and skipped forward. But I'm in it now. I'm not going to quit. Like, I'm just going to keep going. There we go. That's where I wanted to go wrap up. So, actually, no, let's do that at the end of the next session. So before next week, actually, no, we're not going to do that because I didn't even finish giving you the instructions. Just in FYI, if you're going to come to session 3, we're going to talk about collaborative and multiplayer worlds. This is not the end all say all. If you can't get into the collaborative world, you'll be fine, but it's kind of fun to be able to go into a multiplayer world with everybody. In order to do that, you absolutely have to be on the most recent version of Minecraft. That is 1.19.52. To check your version of Minecraft, when you're back on your play screen, and actually, let me just show you what it looks like here. Just give me one sec. We flip over to Minecraft. So right here, down in the bottom right corner says what version of Minecraft that you're running. You want to see this, 1.19.52. That's in the slides. So before our 3rd session, you're fine for next session, but before our 3rd session, if you need to update or if you need to have admin privileges on your school device to update, see if you can figure that out. If you can't, no big deal. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, Desiree, if you want to kind of allow them if they can unmute, if they have any questions, I will stick around for a minute with questions of any type. If not, I will hopefully see you next Tuesday, same time, same place, and we will continue building our house. And then we're going to jump into assessing and lesson planning, the teacher side of things.
Sure. I want to make a couple of things clear before we go to, I see Stephanie is the first person on the mic. Make sure that you save your house or whatever you started to build, because we will pick back up there next time. So even if you're on the recording and you're like, oh, well, I want to come live next week, save your house, go ahead and do your house, because we're not going to go through that again. So we're going to pick back up. So definitely go ahead and build what you need to build, download what you need to download, and be ready to go next Tuesday. Whoop, whoop. Someone asked for the slideshow that has all the extra videos and things like that. It's all on the website. So at alex.net/Minecraft, you can register for the next session. You do have to register for each session, and you can get the resource. So it's going to be the same resource for all 3 sessions. It's on the website. I think that's it. So Stephanie, and then I know that we have one from Jamie in the chat, but we're going to go to Stephanie on the mic.
I'm trying to see where I messed up at. I typed in my email that you gave us with the number and the password. But after that, I just don't know what happened.
Okay. It's hard to say without seeing your screen. Can you email me maybe a screenshot of what you're seeing?
Okay.
And I'll say too, Stephanie, that because like by the time you got there, she was already kind of in the system, like she's already kind of in. So I would say watch the recording and go step by step with her. So now that you're in, watch that recording and then go step by step.
Thank you.
Or go back to those video instructions that I gave in the slides that will walk you through the process as well. So either the recording or the video instructions. And if you're still stuck, email me a screenshot or a video of what you got. And I'm seeing some questions about the demo accounts. Yes, I will keep those live through the next 3 weeks. So if you don't have a Minecraft Education account, you can still use that to keep building your house through next Tuesday, and then we'll use them again next Tuesday. So yes, demo accounts, keep using.
I see Kendra asked for the evaluation. Kendra, just scroll up. I've been posting it over and over and over again for the last 15 minutes. I'll try to post it again, but you'll just have to give me a second. But it's definitely in the chat. Is there a way to make the NPC go away?
No. Well, yes and no is the answer. Currently no, because you're in student mode. If you're in teacher mode, which we're actually not even really going to have time to cover in this webinar series, you could delete the NPC. So that's where you're getting into like modifying the worlds. So it's not a great answer, but yes, no for now, but the long term, yes. I love the comments here. Watch out, kids, Minecraft master them.
I love that one too.
Oh, good. This was fun. I learned so much. Excited for next week. Yay. So glad to hear. Please come back because like literally we just barely scratched the surface today. So
And we're gonna go much faster with introduction and all. Like we can like just jump in. That's what I was trying to do. That's why I was talking over myself today. I was like, I'm ready to jump in. All right, so I'm not seeing any questions. The evaluation is in the chat. Lindy, thank you so much for this amazing session. Like I said, I've gone to Minecraft sessions before and they're like, let's just jump in the middle. I'm like, okay, that's not what I'm looking for. I have no clue what you're talking about.
gotta get back to
Thank you
basics.
so much for this. We greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. All right. Hopefully see you guys next Tuesday.